Might as well party then.
Party? Well, you know, mate. Birds to be pulled, money to be made.
In the car that's just pulling up.
What, the one with the gorilla in the car?
Yeah, that's the one. What's his name again?
Phil, I think.
That's right.
Dodgy Phil. Don't let him hear you call him that.
Hey, I'm not an idiot. I have heard a bit about his dealings. So on his own. It's mates you gotta watch out for.
How much is it?
Pound a ticket.
Pound a ticket?
How many?
What? How many is it look like? Thanks.
That's brilliant.
Oh, about time too. That one's touch. Cheers, mate. What can I do for you tonight?
Got any bends?
I might have, amongst other things,
Buy it for £5.
a fiver's worth. Mind you, I could easily let you off a fiver if you spend another with me tonight.
No thanks.
Oh well. Offer's open all night.
Keep an eye on that.
Will do. How fit is that, eh? I might take that one tonight, eh?
Looking for a way to find a place to hide, a way inside of my body, soul and mind. I can't take anymore. I can't take anymore.
Alright, Simon.
Alright, mate.
Have a minute.
No, I haven't. Alright, man. How's it going? Some jam on the box last night.
No, I was out getting Petersfield. Got done over by a bunch of cattle. A couple of us are going up tonight, actually, if you're interested in coming.
I'm more interested in supporting Dave at the moment, mate. You know we've got some here?
I think the guy over by the stage field over there.
Hang on. Yeah. One at the park, yeah?
Not that stuck-up bitch.
Not jealous, are you?
Me? No, she's just weird. She doesn't like talk to anyone. And when she does, it's just depressing as shite.
I don't care. She's fucking boring.
You blokes are all the same.
Cheers.
Oh, so you'd like me just as much if I was okay?
What do you mean? I'll just leave you to your argument, right? I'm going to go and find out this girl up.
Cheer up. What never happened?
Oh, yes.
Come on. You can't be that bad.
Stop breathing, all right?
So, you went with your boyfriend then?
No.
Has he gone somewhere else then?
No.
Does he even exist then?
No.
Can I get another drink?
No, I'm going home soon.
What? It's only just getting started.
I just went to school. Not really a people person, usually.
Come on, let me get you another drink.
Okay.
Lager, is it?
No, cider.
Okay. see her. Where'd she go?
She just walked out.
She was here until a minute ago, wasn't she?
Well, yeah.
Right. I'm going to go and see if she's alright.
What happened? I thought we'd have a drink and a laugh together.
You're a bit of a nutcase. Aren't you following me home?
It's not something I do every day, like. So, what's your name then?
Who wants to know?
Sorry, I'm Simon.
I'm Rachel.
So, Rach. Oh, come on. Once you get to know me, you'll probably find you really like me.
Well, you can fancy me if you must, but there's no point. All I want to do is get out of my head, you know. You're not going to get your leg over or anything. Well, I have already scored tonight, but a bit of grass sounds okay.
Cool. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. So, Rachel, what do you do then, apart from pubs and gigs and that?
Told you, most of the time all I do is just get wrecked. You know, listen to my music as loud as I can.
Yeah, what hobbies? You know, horses, stuff like that.
There's no point. I'm a dead by the time I'm 25. You know, die young, stay pretty.
Oh, that's that song by Blonde, isn't it? I know it. My mate Darren did it to me last year. That's a good one, that is.
It's so true.
Well, you don't mean it. What? Do you? Before you're 25?
Of course I bloody mean it. Life's pointless anyway.
No, it's not. You can do anything you want to. There's loads of things to live for. I want to see the world. You know, make a difference. Kids, stuff like that.
Yeah, if you're looking through rose-tinted glasses, yeah.
Look, I'd love to be around. Keep you going, if you want me to. You're just having a bad time now, that's all.
Oh yeah, and you just get fed up with me quite soon anyway.
I won't. No way. You can trust me.
Young pigs just might fly.
Life is good. And I'm good. Believe me. I'll tell you what. Let's take a photo. Celebrate the start of our new life together. Yeah?
Oh, bless you. So naive, Simon. Come on, let's just get fucked.
Alright. Alright, Ben. You're up and about early then?
You look like someone who didn't get home last night.
No, I didn't either.
Oh, you didn't, did you? That mad bird.
No, nothing like that.
Did you get a number?
No, we were just having a smoke and a chat, that's all.
Probably for the best. She'd do your head in. Although frankly, you look like you've had your head done in enough this morning.
Cheers, mate. Nice to meet you too.
No, honestly, she don't get on with anybody. You made any arrangements to meet up again?
No.
You reckon you will?
No, I've got too much on at the moment anyway. I'm really busy.
I mean, she is sort of good looking in a screwed up kind of way though, isn't she?
Well, sounds like you want to then.
I'd rather chew off my own foot.
Talking to chew it, I'm starving. I might have to catch you later, mate. I'm going to go and get something to eat.
Yeah, bye.
I'll see you soon.
See you.
Oh, hi Chris. How did you get on then? Alright, well that sounds good. Did they accept the offer? Excellent. I'll get them to run the story on Monday then. It should be a good one, mate. Thanks, Chris. Alright, have a good one. I'll see you then, mate.
Rachel, it really is you. It is me. Simon Kelly.
I don't know you.
From Chichester.
Not you again. What do you want?
Look, listen, please. I know you don't remember me, but I remember you. It was a long time ago. Look, do you remember Liz?
Liz who?
Liz Jackman. You know, short hair. She was into mopeds. She had a brother called Keith. I went to school with her.
Don't know what you're going on about. Will you just please stop asking me and fuck off?
But you are Rachel Burton, aren't you?
Yes, but I don't know who you are. Now fuck off.
They get both of those messages, and that's passed on straight away. Yeah, by Tuesday. That'll be fine. Okay. Thanks.
Simon? All right, mate.
Oh yeah, stay at this place. What's been going on? Well, do you mind if I open these curtains and let some fresh air in?
Yeah, I do. Oh, my eyes hurt.
I'm not surprised.
Oh.
Notice you haven't been down the pub much recently. What's been going on then? Has there been a problem or what?
Yeah, I've been staying in a bit recently.
What, with your friends Mr. Beer Can and Mr. Wine Bottle?
Yeah, I've been having a few.
That's never a good sign. You been working recently then or what?
I was doing that website for the Orchid Preservation Society, but to be honest, I just got bogged down there and...
That's actually quite funny.
What? You're taking the piss now?
Yeah, it's not that, it's just a play on words, isn't it? You know, orchids grow near boggy ground, don't they? Look, looks like you could do with some food anyway.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I ate.
There's a cafe down the road, isn't there? Should we go down there for a bit?
Yeah.
Well, should we walk or do you want to drive?
Don't let me near a wheel, for God's sake.
That's all right, I'll drive. Should we go then?
Yeah, come on in.
Where shall I start? Yesterday was the most shit day I've had for a long time.
Care to elaborate?
I went over to the Isle of Wight.
That's bad enough in itself.
Yeah, hilarious.
So what was it that happened to make it so bad?
I don't know exactly. It was just weird. I saw someone I used to know, but she didn't remember me at all. It was just really odd, that's all.
So what happened then, Simon? Who was she?
I was coming back on the train from Shanklin. Just before Braden, I saw this girl I used to know. I only noticed her as the train was stopping. I was saying odd about the situation. Right from then.
How do you mean odd?
Eerie. Strange. It's unreal. Like things just weren't right.
So what happened?
I got off the train and followed her. Anyway, when I got up, she looked straight through me. I didn't exist.
And she denied knowing who you were?
Yeah. And even weirder still, she said she didn't even know this Jack.
Could it be she just looked like this girl that you knew?
No, it was definitely her. She admitted it. I asked her if she was Rachel Bird, and she said yes, and then slammed the door in my face.
Well, Simon, it's not really surprising, is it, that you like that?
Thanks.
Well, you're not exactly what girls want, are you?
Are you going to take the piss or what?
Sorry, it does sound like that you had a miserable day. When did you first meet her then?
I saw her at a party back in 1984. Then I went and had a smoke with her. She came up with some strange stuff back then, as I remember.
Strange?
Yeah. Things like she just wanted me out all the time and she said she'd be dead before she was 25.
And when you saw her yesterday, you reckon she looked the same as she did then?
Yeah.
And that doesn't strike you as odd?
Of course it does. The old thing was as odd as fuck. I wish I could understand it.
Same here.
I hope Simon's wrong about all this. Because if he's right, then that means I'm wrong on all different sorts of levels. So, it must be true. God. Hello, Simon. Phil. Is it alright if I come round? I need to talk to you pretty urgently. I'll be about 1/4 hour. See you then. Got any booze in or what? Or have you drunk it all already?
No, there's plenty here still, mate. Don't you worry about that.
Let's have a go on that.
You need a drink now, do you?
I do, and you will in a minute.
What?
Where are your cigarettes?
You don't smoke. You gave up years ago.
I do now.
What is it?
Well, you know that girl, Rachel Burton?
Yeah.
Well, I found out she died in 1986.
What? But what about yesterday?
Were you wearing that blue coat when you saw her yesterday?
Yeah.
And you bought a pasty before you went to her house? Well, have a look at this. Have a look at the date on it. $1984.
What's going on?
I'm sure there must be an explanation, and hopefully it's one that doesn't sound as completely bonkers.
Are you saying you don't believe me?
I wish I didn't believe you, but if you say it happened, then as far as I'm concerned it did happen. The only question in my mind is what we're going to do about it.
I still can't make any sense of this. How come you reckon she's dead?
When you first said her name, I knew I'd heard it before, and then I remembered where.
Yes?
When I first came to this area, I used to hang out with a bloke called Kenny. His sister went to college in Chichester. One day, I heard him say that a new girl had just moved over from the Isle of Wight. Well, that was Rachel Burton. I've just been in the office doing a bit of digging for information. I searched the national and local newspaper archives. Well, she killed herself in 1986 by taking an overdose. I also confirmed that she wasn't on any electoral registers after that year. It's all there if you know where to look.
This can't be fucking true. Look, shit, this is so stupid. I don't want to believe it. Not long ago, you didn't believe me either.
Come on, between the two of us, we'll make some sense of this. Tell me everything about your day trip, starting with the minute you left your house until you got home again.
I went to the station. I caught a train to Portsmouth. I waited about 20 minutes until the ferry arrived. I got on it, sat there, got off the other end, got on the train to Ryde Esplanade, wandered around about the town for a few hours, did a bit of shopping, I had a meal in the restaurant, a few drinks, then decided to go and visit my gran's grave in the churchyard there. Smoked a fag, went over the wall into the park, then went back to Brading Station. I thought I'd have a go look round Shanklin, but it was shit. So I turned around, caught the next train back. I'd had enough by then. Lunchtime drinking never did me any good anyway. Just as the train was stopping at Brading Station, that's when I saw Rachel, and the rest you know. So what the bloody hell do you make of it?
No, you haven't told me how you got back. What happened after you got the door shut in your face?
Oh, all right. Well, I went back along the road, the way I'd come. The newsagents was about to close, so I went in and got some cans of lager, something to eat. I carried on, went to the park again, drank the cans. I felt really wasted by then. I stood up and nearly fell over. Went back over the wall. It was quicker than going round to the churchyard and along the road to the station. Caught the next train to ride, waited for the ferry. I'll tell you, I was glad to see the back of that place by that point. I'm just glad I didn't throw up in the back of the taxi.
On the 18th of February 2006, you went to the Isle of Wight, and at some point you ended up seeing someone who died in 1986. Well, you also know that a pasty you ate there had a best before date of the 23rd, the 3rd, 84, and it didn't kill or poison you. Extremely odd, but there you go. The credit card receipt from the restaurant where you had lunch was dated the 18th of the 2nd, 06. At that time you were still in 2006. But somewhere between then and before you saw Rachel, you must have gone back in time to 1984.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, that's what I said when I realised.
So how can we now 1 minute and 20 odd years ago the next?
Well, somehow it happened. I heard about something like this about 2 years ago. Thought it was complete crap and laughed at the very thought of it until today.
What do you mean you heard about it? Heard what?
Well, I was at a dinner in Winchester and I overheard a journalist talking to a vicar. In the end it turned out into more than just a talk. They almost ended up having a fight about it.
What about?
Oh, you know, the existence of a parallel universe or something like that.
So that doesn't really tell us anything, does it?
No, it doesn't. But I later heard the same journalist saying that the reason he believed there was this parallel universe was that he'd heard of people who claimed to have been there. Anyway, he worked for me, so I went to his office, sat at his desk and looked up some of the research and stuff. Under any other circumstances, I wouldn't have even considered such an idea as possible. But somehow, mate, I think you found a way to get there.
No, it can't be. I suppose it might explain what happened.
Just a minute. When you went to the pub and bought a drink in 1984, just after you saw her, how did you pay?
Cash.
Yeah, but what was it? Notes or coins?
Coins. Pound coins, come to think of it. It was cheap, but I didn't really think about it at the time.
And what about the lager in the shop?
The same. I had about £8 coins from the shops I've been in when I was in Ryde. Why?
Oh, come on. Just think what would have happened if you'd have given them a £20 note. They would have refused to take it, wouldn't they?
Shit. Yes, I suppose they would. And they'd have been mad, wouldn't they?
Yes, and you might have got nicked. You accidentally went through some sort of time door and then came back through it before you got home. Otherwise, we wouldn't be having this conversation, yeah?
I guess so.
Right. So when and where?
I don't know. There was a lot of alcohol involved by that point.
Well, think.
I got to Brady the first time, came out of the station, went straight down to the graveyard. Like I said, I came off, went round to by the graves and took the shortcut over the wall by the park. It was just a much quicker way of getting along the road. Then I went to Shankton, and it was shit. On the train back, I saw her. Any ideas then?
It must be here, in Braden. That's the only place it could be.
How?
Well, you said you went into a churchyard, and up until then, everything was pretty normal, yeah?
Yes.
Then, you climbed over a wall and into the park. Next, you went to Shanklin, but it was crap, so you left. Next thing you know, she was on the train with you. Now, we know she died in 1986, so you must have gone back to 1984 before you got on the train. You went and got even more pissed. Then you went back into the park, then climbed over the wall, back into the churchyard. Is that right so far?
Yes.
You got on a train to Ryde Pier Head and caught the ferry back to Portsmouth and then got a taxi back here. How did you pay?
With a £20 note.
And what car was the taxi?
Diesel, Peugeot, I think. Nearly new.
Year? Letter?
Bloody hell.
Try!
It was this year's or last year's 5-4 plate or something like that.
You were definitely in 2006 when you got home. It's the wall in the churchyard. I put money on it.
How can you be so sure?
2 reasons. 1, you were pissed and I'm not. And 2, from what you've told me, that was the only place you went over once in each direction.
Fucking hell.
The question now is, what do you want to do about it?
See her again? I don't know. It's really doing my head in. I mean, how can it be 1984 anywhere? How do I hold a conversation with someone who's dead?
I wish I knew. I'd like to find out more. If you really want to go back, I'll come with you.
You're not just saying that, are you?
Simon, this is something that I've just found out. It's true. Of course I'm not just saying it. Bizarre doesn't even begin to describe it. If I didn't believe you, I'd be recommending a good shrink, wouldn't I? Not offering to go over there with you.
Great. Tomorrow then?
Slow down a bit. This needs a bit of thought and preparation. It could be really dangerous. We don't know very much about it, so I think we should tread very, very carefully. Look, it's 2:45 AM. Tomorrow we can start planning how and when.
Fair enough. I'm fucked anyway.
All right, mate.
We've got to do a bit of shopping. There's a few things we've got to take with us. Look at this. This is the perfect gift. Newspapers from the day you were born.
The old style money, I understand, but what really is reprinted newspapers for then?
Insurance.
Against what?
Being skinned, that's what.
I don't get you.
OK, what would you do right now if you had tomorrow's newspaper? Because if we take these with us to 1984, that's effectively what we'll have.
Well, not the lottery. It hadn't started back then, had it?
Racing results.
Oh, yes, you devious little sod.
Well, I do try. Anyway, you'd have to be a fool not to. We can't exactly take our credit cards with us, can we? Come to think of it, you really better not take anything else. It might look too suspicious.
Why not take a mobile? It'd be really interesting to see if it worked or not, wouldn't it?
Simon, they had mobile phones the size of house bricks back in 1984.
Attention please. Prepare information about the changes to train times this weekend. DC station posters.
Do you think we should tell anyone where we're going? You know, just in case something goes wrong.
What the fuck are you talking about? You look worried, mate. What's the matter?
This is the pub I came into the other day. Only everything's different.
Are you alright?
It's all changed. There was a big fireplace over there. No, that restaurant was there.
Hang on. What do you mean none of this was it?
That wasn't there before. But this is the same place.
This only came in here the other day. The same pub. The fireplace was over there and this was over there and the old place was different. Is that what you're telling me?
It's all fucking changed. We are going to go over that wall. You ready?
Let's do it then.
Come on.
You haven't finished your pint, mate. That's not like you. You must be right.
You've got to do this, mate.
Check this out.
February the 22nd, 1984.
Stop this, I need a beer, mate. It's different.
Told you. Fireplace. How are you there? You want there?
Yeah. It's strange. Yeah, but this ain't so bad though, is it?
No. You know, I reckon I prefer it like this. Progress, it's not all it's matched up to be, is it?
Well, I suppose it does have its advantages. Could be useful, I suppose.
What do you mean?
Well, you know. For example, have you seen this?
Yeah, but don't make them like that anymore, do they? I'll tell you what, you can sell these on eBay. People pay good money for this on eBay.
Right, should we go and have a look around then?
Yeah. When we finish these.
Well, let's have a look around now. Well, it's up to you, mate. We can stay here now, or we can come back later and visit the place again. I don't know. What do you want to do? This whole thing seems so bizarre. Is it really happening?
Well, we're here, aren't we?
Still feels weird, doesn't it?
This is really odd.
I suppose it'll take a bit of getting used to. We'll just have to watch what we say until we get into the swing of things. If you're chatting to someone and they ask you what you do for a living, don't say you're a website designer, or if you get into the subject of cars, don't mention that Jaguar is now owned by Ford. And remember, Thatcher is still the Prime Minister, that sort of thing.
Bloody hell. It's a lot to remember.
Think before you blink, and you'll be alright.
Blinkers. I remember this place. I've been here before, years ago. It was my birthday with some mates.
You want to give it a try then?
Might as well.
Yeah, you know, it was 1984 last time I was in here.
Voice down. Yeah.
You ain't changed a bit. No?
Looks like it. Which birthday was it then?
20th. I recently started a new job. Blew most of my wages that day, I remember.
I wonder what it would have been like to meet yourself when you were 20 years younger though.
Bloody hell. Now that would be really strange. I wonder what would happen.
Well, probably nothing. It's not as if it would make any difference to anything anyway, is it?
Well, at least you killed yourself. Then what?
Well, it couldn't happen, could it? I mean, if it did, then I wouldn't exist. So I wouldn't have to come here with you today, would I?
Yeah, I suppose not. Do you reckon it's possible to change things?
I like what?
Like what happens today? And if it affected later events, would they not happen?
Do you mean like with Rachel?
Yeah, I suppose I do.
Look mate, she killed herself in 1986. So I imagine, theoretically, if you could stop her doing it, then maybe, yes, she could change things. But I'm not sure how. See if you can think of anything. But maybe things are just better left as they are.
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. For instance, what if someone had killed Hitler? Things would be different then, wouldn't they?
But what's to say that something else equally terrible wouldn't have happened instead?
Yeah, I suppose.
Right, I'll be back in a minute. I've got to go and see a man about a horse.
Okay, good luck.
Check this out. Look at that. Nice one. Well, you better leave it half an hour until you go and collect yours.
I don't know I've won yet, do I?
Listen, mate. Sometimes I wonder about you. Hey? Newspaper. I mean, if you had brains, you know, you'd be dangerous.
Cheers.
Nice supermarket gave me.
Blimey, that's a bit of a risk, wasn't it? You would have got nicked for that.
And?
Yeah, true. Nice one. Get it open there.
Right, as well.
Cheers.
Cheers. Some of this?
Yeah, go on. Blimey.
How do you feel about all this then?
Okay, I suppose. What about you?
Well, I'm not sure. It just doesn't feel right. Don't ask me how exactly, but it doesn't.
Is it just the anxiety though about getting home to reality?
Well, it could be. I don't know. I think it's more than that. I'll tell you later.
No. Tell me now, what's on your mind?
Well, it's nothing about us actually being here. It's just something I heard ages ago. From that vicar.
Oh, yeah, I thought it might be. What did he say?
Nothing specific, really. What he actually said was that no good would come of it all.
What, you mean going over the wall to another time?
I suppose that's what he was saying, yeah.
Why not?
Well, I don't know. But all I remember is him and that Chris Hampton arguing about it at a charity dinner do. Chris asked him if he'd heard the stories that people had found a way to go back in to an earlier or parallel time, and he seemed to get really annoyed and said that even if it was possible, there were some things best left alone. And then when Chris pushed him for more details, he got really agitated.
and said, don't mess with things you don't have the slightest understanding of.
Well, sounds a bit vague. Didn't he say anything specific about why not or anything?
Specific? Now there's a word I'm too pissed to even spell it out, never mind explain it.
Who is this bloody vicar anyway?
Oh, I don't know, some Reverend James Brabycock or something. Never actually seen the guy since. Let's just hope he's wrong, because if he isn't, we're in shit street, aren't we? Let's just take stock and put everything into perspective.
Okay, well, go on then.
Well, so far we've got here to 1984. We've seen the date in the newspaper. We've used knowledge from what is technically the future and made money from it. We've seen loads of funny haircuts and white trousers. We're in the bloody 1980s.
Yeah.
It's the maddest thing.
I'd still like to see Rachel again though.
Okay, so let's say you do. Then what? Be careful. You don't want to freak the poor girl out, do you?
No, of course not.
But thinking about it, it's not surprising she didn't recognise you when you said hello to her. You hadn't met her in February 1984 because she was still living here. It was only when she moved to West Sussex that you met her at that party.
You know, when you looked up all about that news story about her, did it say why she killed herself?
Depression.
Well, that's a bastard. What can you do about that?
Find out why and perhaps try to change it.
Yeah, but how?
I have to think about that one.
You know, before, when you said things didn't feel quite right, what about now?
Well, still the same. I don't know, maybe it's just nerves. I don't know. In my heart of hearts, I think we should go back, have a think about all of this and see what we feel, like, in a few days.
Oh, no, you're right, but in some ways I'd still like to stay and find out whatever we can, what else we can find out, anything.
We can always come back, can't we?
Yeah, I guess so. Happening then?
Well, just thought I'd come out and do a little spot of fishing today.
Got another jag, have you? What was the last one?
That, my son, is a Daimler. And the ashtrays were getting very full on the other one, so I thought I'd get another.
Sounds about right.
Anyway, I've got some information from the detective agency. It seems that Rachel's mum, Catherine Byrne, had been driving the family car along the main road between Brading and Sandown at 10:45 a.m. on the 22nd of April 1984, when she swerved to avoid a dog in the road. She ended up hitting a wall and the petrol tank exploded. They reckon it had been leaking at the time of the accident and that's what caused it to explode. Rachel's dad, Mickey Byrne, put their house on the market almost immediately after the funeral. He and a 20-year-old Rachel then moved into Southbourne. And within 2 years, Rachel was dead.
It's probably my fault she's dead. I knew she was vulnerable, and I used her. I've never admitted this to anyone before. I denied it all at the time, but I did spend that night with Rachel. People were telling me she was weird and mad, so I never went back to see her again. I even threw her phone number away. Now I know she committed suicide, I feel pretty guilty. Partly responsible for putting things right.
Rubbish. We know she was depressed because of the death of her mother. We're probably both to blame if the truth be told.
Why?
The party where you met her. We didn't know each other then, but I was there. I sold drugs to her. When Rachel and her dad moved over here, they lived in Southbourne. Rachel looked alright to start with, on the surface at least. But it was true when people said she was weird. Well, who wouldn't be? She killed herself because she decided she couldn't live without her mum. But we were both instrumental in her demise. She stayed with her dad for a while until things got too much, I suppose. And when she left, she got a seedy bedsit in Waterlooville, overlooking a pub. I used to go in there, to the pub I mean. I had a lot of regular punters who drank in there. You could get anything in that pub. It was well known for miles around. Sony wide stereo video recorder, you get one in there. Kilo of dope, that was the place. Dodgy Phil, that was me.
Oh, Mum, why did you have to leave me? You're a fucking arsehole, Sony. I trusted you.
I wasn't the only one. Rachel Burton, she did cleaning to pay the rent, or tried to. She was working in the supermarket on the tills as well, but she owed me money. A lot of money. I even paid her rent one week because I was such a bastard. I knew that she was skim because she had some gear off me before and she couldn't pay for it. Desperate doesn't even begin to describe it. But she was attractive and that was what I was into. So I took my payment in other ways. I don't feel good about it. Not now, not at all. I stopped being a complete bastard years ago when I realised what life was about, but now, finding out about all this, I feel very sick to think what that girl went through. She was right when she said she'd be dead before she was 25, and from what it says in this report, she fantasised about how to end it all. She'd fallen out with her dad by then, so she didn't see him very often, but she left him a note.
Fuck that. We've got to do something. Stop it happening. We can stop it, but how?
We go back again and make sure Catherine Burton doesn't drive her car on the 22nd of April 1984.
Right. Tomorrow it is then.
Too soon. For all we know, they might go out and buy another identical one in time for the 22nd. No, it's got to be done the night before. That way, there's no time for her to go out and get another car.
I suppose so. But isn't it a bit risky leaving it till so close to the time? I won't be able to sleep till I know it's all done. We've definitely got to put things right. So why all that money?
Well, I thought we could buy Rachel's mum another car, you know. Seems like a decent thing to do, doesn't it?
Yeah, nice idea.
Thing is, though, I'll tell you, mate, I want to get off that island as quickly as possible this time. I don't want to be hanging about there for any longer than I have to.
That's fine by me. That's fine by me. Just as long as it all works.
It'll work.
Right then. Let's do it.
Should the captain give the order to abandon ship, leave all belongings behind. With the life jacket on, sit down and wait for further instructions from the crew.
I'm just as freaked out as the last time, mate.
Yeah, so am I, about the whole thing, really.
You ready for this then?
Well, ready as I'm going to ever be, aren't I?
It's getting late now. We're going to miss the ferry if we don't come and get going.
Oh, no, well, it's now or never then, basically, innit?
Never talked to the car before then, mate.
Well, I might have done. Don't want to go into it now. We're
Yeah,
under
right.
time, mate.
All right.
Let's get this done if we're going to do it.
You ready?
Come on then, let's do it. There it is. RDL 648S.
Fucking hell, you ready?
We go for it. Quick, run!
Fucking hell.
That looks like that's done it, all right.
Get out of here! Get out of here!
Be honest then.
Go. That was a fucking mental night. What now?
We can check to see if it's worked.
How can we do that?
By seeing if Rachel and her mum were still on any public records after the 22nd of April 1984. Leave it with me for a day or two. I'll speak to Lambert's detective agency and they'll do it for me.
How do you know?
Don't worry, they will. I use them now and again for background checks and tracing people. One of the partners is a mate of mine. I'll ring him later.
What did that note say? You put in all that money.
It said, sorry about this, for reasons you wouldn't believe if I told you. That car needed getting rid of. Get yourself a new one on me.
It's been a mad few weeks, really.
You could say that.
How much did they charge you for what you found out last week then?
Oh, I can't remember. The invoice is in here somewhere.
There's nothing but blank bits of paper in here.
Exactly. Which I guess is a good sign.
This whole thing is just so weird. Did the last couple of days even happen?
Look, that's enough of that. Course it bloody happened. Anyway, sorry to be unsociable, but I'm going to have to get on. I've got a bit of business to attend to later. I'll ring you if I hear anything. Alright?
Okay. Be good. I'll see you soon, mate.
Yes, Martin Davis, please. Hello, Martin. Well, I emailed details through to you. And I've explained most of it in there. Well, can you see what you can do? Great, you took in a couple of days then, yeah? Alright, well I'll ring you on Thursday. Yeah, but I always pay my bills on time, you know that. It's those big firms you have to watch. Yeah, and it's your turn to buy the drinks next time. Alright. Okay, well let me know if you need any more info. Otherwise I'll speak to you then. Okay, good night. Mine, Davis.
What are you doing here?
Patience.
Rachel. It's good to see you. It's been a long time.
I remember you. It's a few years ago now. Blinkers Cafe. In Ryde? Simon, that's your name, isn't it? That's right, you was on the next table chatting me up.
Yes.
Yeah, I did have your number, but I lost it.
Oh, that's alright, that's alright. You're still looking as good as ever, I see.
Cheers. Look, maybe can we catch up again another time?
Yeah.
You know what, we're going to get a ferry, so...
Yeah, cool,
yeah?
sorry.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alright, I hope to see you soon, yeah?
Yeah.
See you later, nice to see you again.
Be lucky. That was amazing.
Brilliant result if you ask me.
I still can't believe it, you know.
Not exactly ordinary goings on, I admit.
If I live to be 100 years old, I don't think anything can top this for weirdness. But it still doesn't seem real to me.
Simon, it's real. She's still alive. Her mother's still alive. It's all real. And so were the policemen who were just leaving when I went to check if she was still alive. A minute earlier and I'd have met them coming out the door.
What? You went back again? On your own?
I wanted to make sure before I said anything to you about it.
Well, when did you go back then?
Well, that day when we talked and I said I had business to attend to, I went back to Brading and called at their house. Rachel answered the door. The mother was doing the ironing in the front room. I remembered you telling me you went to ride on your birthday and the places you went. So, as an optional extra, I told Rachel to meet me in Blinker's Cafe on the Saturday. I didn't turn up, obviously, as I come back here by then anyway, but someone else did on your birthday. Didn't you?
Yes, I suppose I did. Ha! So that's how you worked it. Brilliant. Phil Harrison, you are a genius. A devious sod, but in the nicest possible way.
Underground comes to life. Let's go, just you and me, where people thrive on electricity. Don't be afraid of the dark, I'll be by your side. The day is done, it's time to go into the night. Let's go into the night, where glamorous people get sleazy. Let's go into the night, but don't do it just to please me. Don't be afraid of the dark, I'll be by your side. The day is done, it's time to go into the night. You could lose your senses, you could lose your mind. You're long by the sunrise, but someone has stopped time. Let's go into the night. Let's go into the night, where the underground comes to life. Let's go, just you and me, where people thrive on electricity. Don't be afraid of the dark, I'll be by your side. The day is done, it's time to go into the night. You could lose your senses, you could lose your mind. You're long by the sunrise, but someone has stopped time. Let's go into the night. Let's go into the night, where the underground comes to life. Let's go, just you and me, where people thrive on electricity. Don't be afraid of the dark, I'll be by your side. The day is done, it's time to go into the night. You could lose your senses, you could lose your mind. You're long by the sunrise, but someone has stopped time. Let's go into the night.
Tell us about your costume. Where did your costume come from?
My costume come from one-legged jockey.
From where?
One-legged jockey.
Okay. In Portsmouth, yeah?
In Portsmouth, well, Elm Street. Elm Street?
Elm Street. Yeah, that's so
That's
bit
what I
8 and 9 there.
Yeah.
My costume, I found this in the back of the cupboard, and this is my only pair of trousers. Oh, another one exactly the same actually.
Give us a twirl then, Simon.
Where are you going now?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Fuck hell!
No, we done it! Look at it! Come on! Go!
That's a bit too extreme.
And then should we do one really kind of like deadpan?
I've done it as well now. I'm not even in the film.
Like Phil Mitchell.
Foxy Gold Twins coming up there.
Into the outtakes, don't we?
Oh, it's not them two again.
Well, fuck you two, mate.
Be all day. Grow old beards.
Continuity, never heard of it.
Here, look at this. Look at this.
So I'm actually blind.